Alright, back again, Luke here. And today what I thought we could do is something, I don't know if it'll be interesting or boring or what, but just figured we could do a little bit of a in-depth man cave kind of tour here, so you guys can see what's going on in here. You know, it's always a mess in here, and I'm always focused on one specific part of the room, so when I'm doing gaming and stuff, I'm just using the Frankencade, and when I'm repairing stuff, I'm just using the floor. When it comes down to all these different places, you know, that I'm doing a video, it's only mostly just one place, you know, unless I show a disaster going on around the room, but really don't show a lot of in-depth stuff, so maybe some guys are like thinking, whoa, what's that over there? You know, what do you have hidden up there? You know, what's going on around here? So I figured, I don't know, we could take a little bit of a look at some of those places and some of those things. Even for some people who haven't seen a lot of my videos, maybe my older stuff, and seen some of this stuff that's floating around here, I don't know, you get a chance to see what's going on. But yeah, let's kind of take a tour around here. If you guys remember, this is my my wall-mounted N64 that some people liked and other people disliked and thought it was a strange idea, but nonetheless, it works out pretty good. I still like it. If you've never seen it before, I suppose we can hit the old power on it. It should fire on. Yeah, there we go. But this is the one that has the you know, the speaker in it and everything like that. It works out pretty good. You can just kind of like sit down here and play some games. But that's one of my little mods that I did a while back. So inside the, or on top of the Frankencade here, I have my Gumballina board. This is my Gumballina board for my shooting cabinet. This is my driving board for my, this one is not Road's Edge, I don't think. It might be Road's Edge. Or Extreme Rally for the Hyper Neo Geo 64. That's my driving board. Up here I've got my Sega Lindbergh, which I still need to, you know, finish wiring up and get get into a decent spot where I can easily remove this thing and pop it in when I want to. Here's my Atomus Wave arcade board. On top of here, these are my Sega STV boards that you maybe might have seen in some of my previous videos. A couple of my, yeah, my Sammy games here for my Atomus Wave. I think I got another one in there. Yeah, that's my, yeah, King of Fighters. Here are my two, yeah, my two Gauntlet boards, which unfortunately don't work. Like the other one, I went and put the new, what is it, disc compact flash drive in there, and it was working for a while, but then stopped working, so I'm gonna have to get hard drives for both of these things. It's just too difficult to keep working. The other one, I picked up a kit to do the compact flash and put it in, and it didn't work either, so that was pretty bad. This is my Namco 246 arcade board, and that one plays games like Tekken, Tekken Tag, things like that. It doesn't play Tekken 5 or Tekken 6, but still a good machine. This is my Naomi 2 board, and that's the one that I usually use for most of the time with my Naomi GD-ROM drive and some PS Vita boxes. Up here, I have a lot of my GD-ROM games. I also have my HDD drive for, or my HD drive for the Xbox 360 for hard drive. Well, not hard drive, but DVD drive. I've got another 6-slot up there, MVS 6-slot board. In this area here, this is my my madness area. This is where all of my controllers, wires, AC adapters, AV cables, everything. I've got them in bags, and you probably can't see it too well, but they're all in bags, and just stack loads of them. So, I mean, I went through them to separate them out quite recently here. That's kind of the reason why I'm making this video as well, because I'm in the process of trying to clean stuff up and rearrange it. But yeah, I did that a long time ago, and finally got everything all squared away, but I still got a lot of cables everywhere. But In here, these are some of my overstocked games. You can see a couple of Famis. This is the Famicom down there that I put a power light in, as you can see there. And there's just a regular Fami. Have some other game stuff in here. This is where I'm keeping some of my easy-to-remove game systems that I have for my PlayStation. Well, semi-easy to remove with my Super Famicom, etc. So if I want to play them, I can just pull them out of here. Got parts and parts galore down there, which I still need to finish cleaning up. It's just a nightmare on that. Inside the old Frankencade here, I also have another one of my Hyper Neo Geo 64 boards. That one is Beast Busters, which I made this control set, which I never finished. The aesthetics on it, it works fine, but it just doesn't look the prettiest. And my MVS one-slot board is in there. This here is my box of Sega STV carts, and I really need to kind of get this all squared away, but I've got all my my STV games floating in here. So quite a few, a good selection of STV games here. But those are those for my arcade system. Try and move this out of the way. Put this over here. I'd show you guys the inside of this closet, but it's just right now I got this corrugated cardboard and stuff in there. We'll try. Sorry guys, this is like really, you know, rough tour here. This thing's not gonna open, is it? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in here. Yeah. Just, yeah. I'll have to show that some other time. What I've done is I've moved my Neo Geo MVS carts over here. That way I can get access to my other cabinets or my other plastic drawers over there. But I got them all stacked up here, so I'll find a better spot for those. But for right now, since I can't open up this door here because of the cab here, the MVS U4 being in the way, I just have them stacked here. So I can normally get the other one open, but not when I'm still doing my PCB covers. So yeah. Down here I've got my, one of my Famicoms and the Famicom disk system. And some of my other Xbox games, which I'm trying to sort through and kind of get everything squared away. Got some random parts here. There's a King of Fighters 95 mouse pad. Whee! It's seen better days. It's kind of falling apart. Yeah, some other parts here, spare parts. These fans here are fans that are for those up there. Those are the Naomis, the regular Naomi ones that I have to fix up. And those are my Jurassic Park controls. If you guys remember, I made those a long time ago for the Jurassic Park arcade board. That, who was it? I think Pt.1 wound up fixing up that EEPROM so I could use that arcade board. But yeah, you can see I still got some scattered mess around here. There's a Fami down there. There's a disk system that I have to repair. And my disk system games that I'm going through here. I'm trying to sort through my games, and I've been going through these different drawers here. Like they all have my different games, and some of them, you know, because I got all of this stuff up here, kind of towered on top of it. All these different games here that, yeah, they're really kind of dangerously teetering up there. But for the most part, they're still hanging there. But it says a lot of weight, so this drawer is not light. You can see, you know, some of the stuff that I got going through here. I mean, it's completely packed from top to bottom. This thing's, it's about 4 feet long. You know, this is only half of it, but you can see it's topped here to the max. And got all my, I've got all of the Dreamcast games that I own in here, as well as some of my loose cart Sega Mega Drive games in here. I still haven't had a chance to go through the whole thing. I got a couple of my N64 games. Doubutsu no Mori. And one game that many people hated was John Romero's Daikatana. So, but yeah, those are some of my games here. Just I'm trying to sort this stuff out. Now it doesn't want to go back in. Okay. That thing weighs a ton. That is a literal ton. But I'm trying to sort them out so I can kind of get easier access to some of the stuff. This is my N64 / GameCube games here. There's a few, maybe a couple of Sega Mega Drive games in there as well. But for the most part, this whole front section, these are all my GameCube games. The wonders of the GameCube. All of my different GameCube goodness. Whee! I've got a couple of, you know, duplicates here. I got a couple more of my N64 carts as well. So lots of stuff going on in here. Hey, Mario Kart. But yeah, hopefully, you know, this isn't too strange for you guys. I mean, looking through my drawers, that sounds really bad, but I'm like, we're looking through Luke's drawers together. Here's my Sin and Punishment, Monster Lair, Sonic Adventure for the GameCube. But I don't know, I thought it's always kind of interesting to see what other people have floating around in their room. You know, some people, when I watch other people's videos, sometimes I'm thinking like, whoa, what is that up in that corner? You know, what was that? You know, so I figured I'd show you guys some of that stuff that maybe you're thinking about in my place. So these are my Xbox and PS2 stuff. Once again, you know, it's just packed to the brim. And some of my favorites here. There's Midtown Madness 3, Dino Crisis 3, Ninja Gaiden, all sorts of good stuff. Maximum Chase. I don't think I ever put up a video on that one. Should have, but I didn't. Metal Slug Action. Bouncer. Now that's some early PS2 release right there. Spider-Man. Whacked. Yeah, EX Chaser. So X Chaser. Homer Hit and Run. Simpsons. Close that one back up. And let's take a look at this one. This one's got a lot of my, basically my Sega Master System stuff in it. It's got all of my Master System games kind of floating from front to back here with all this stuff. It's really hard with my PCFX games as well. My FM Towns Marty, my 3DO, well, some of my 3DO stuff. Here's Solomon's Key for the Sega Master System Mark III, and some other PCFX stuff. Also have a few of the 32X games in here as well. So, it's my Double Dragon and Rookie! So, but this is something that I just organized yesterday, trying to get this one a little bit more easier to get into and out of, because before it had all Famicom stuff in it and everything mixed together. This one here is my boxed Famicom, Super Famicom games, all the ones that I had boxed, and all of these games, you know, I've bought most of these games over 10 years ago, you know, and when I bought them at the time, it was really, you know, a lot of people were not interested in them, you know, at the time when I bought them. But I bought them, and I've kept on to them and held on to them for, you know, 10 years. So some of these games that are in here are actually, you know, quite valuable, quite worth it. And it's hard to find some of the boxes to some of them nowadays as well, just because you know, they're expensive, or people have collected them, or, you know, something like that. And they're kind of hard to find. But yeah, these are my boxed Super Famicom games, and a couple of my N64 ones. Biohazard 2, there's the Star Fox with the Rumble Pack set. A couple of copies of my Mario Kart. Zelda, Turok. Yeah, so I know there will be some people out there that'll say, you know, "Oh, you hoarder! You're keeping them all for yourself," and blah blah blah. Well, yeah, to an extent. I guess I am, but you know, I bought them when nobody wanted them, and it's at a point now where the demand is high for them. So, and I'm not one of those people to sit there and, you know, try and turn around and make a quick buck on them. I generally try and pick these up. I did try to pick these up at the time because I knew that in Japan there's a lot of stuff that just gets destroyed, gets stomped on and thrown out, and I just didn't want to see that happen to these classics. So that's what I did at the time, just to save them and preserve them. But yeah, now I've got a lot. I've got a lot of this stuff. So got most of my Famicom games down here. A few Super Famicom games as well mixed in, but a lot of my Famicom carts are located in this section here. My Demons Blazing, my Turtles 1 and 2 here. But yeah, a couple. Wow, that shouldn't be in there. I'll have to take that out. It's my boxed copy of yeah, Super Mario Land 2. That, wow, what is Night Trap doing down here? Ah, this is the one that got shattered. You know, when I moved the very first time, I had all my stuff in a box, and it fell down a flight of stairs. And Night Trap just happened to be on top, and it put a nice crack right through the disc. And where is it? I think it's disc 1. Yeah, you can see that right there. I don't know. I mean, it still might play. It would be nice if it did play, but because it's a, you know, it's kind of getting a little bit difficult to find. And this one was actually in mint shape, which I was trying to keep it in, but yeah, falling down the old staircase. This was the first one to take a hit. It actually went through the bottom of the case there too. So, ooh, unlucky. That's what's going on there. Like I said, I'm just messing around here, going through all sorts of stuff, my games, and trying to sort them out. Let's see what we got down here. Okay, here is my Sharp Famicom titler, and you know, this is a rare one, quite rare one to have. But on top of that, you know, over the years, it's the weather and stuff has taken its toll on it. You can see here, this is the touch panel display, but it's cracked. You know, it's really cracked throughout there. It's you know, it's kind of oxidized. There's nothing I can do about that. But as far as the rest of the machine, it works fine. This is you know, it's a pretty rare piece of equipment, and yeah, that's one that I have in my collection. Under here is one of my front-loading Sega, yeah, front-loading Neo Geo CDs, and my MSX2, my Sanyo Wavy, as well as, I can't remember what's in the corner there. I think that's my FM Towns Marty, possibly. Let's try to take this out here. Yeah, that's my FM Towns Marty. Under there, do we have... Oh, that's my Wonder Mega. If you guys remember that guy down there. It's probably hard to see. But yeah, that's my Wonder Mega sitting down there. If I have a better place, or I have a bigger place here, I'll definitely try to get most of this stuff displayed, but... Right. Let's see here. Okay, next one up. This is one that I just rearranged here. It's a game that I wound up getting from the legendary K2, and fix that little guy there. There's a little crack, but that's alright. I'll have to clean it up. Here are some more of my N64 games, and underneath here are just basically my NES games. You can see down there. Here's my Snowboard Kids 2, or Cho Snowboard Kids. Snowboard Kids, my Smash Brothers, Zelda, things like that, Castlevania. But I just organized that the other day, so I was pretty happy about that. And, see, this one is my Mega Drive madness going on here. my Snow Brothers game, Captain Lang, my Vampire Killer, and all my other good stuff floating around here in Sector X. Yeah, this is my Mega Drive section. Yeah, moving on up. It's gonna be a long video, guys. I hope you guys don't mind this stuff. This is my PC Engine, Sega Saturn section. So, just lots and lots of stuff. This is another one that I didn't put a video up on, but it's a fantastic game, Final Blaster. I love the music in it. Roston Saga. There's my Castlevania, Rondo of Blood, House of the Dead. So that's my my setup there for these games. Make sure that's all in there. Close. All right. Now we'll go up here. These are a few more of my my Sega Saturn games that I couldn't fit down there. Good old Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy Tactics. I got my Gusu no Yo-Yo, Sonic Racing, Sega Rally. Some of the games that I picked up here recently. So these are mostly my PlayStation games for the most part in here. And then we go up here, and these are my Super Famicom games. But yeah, they're, they're slammed in there all the way down and all the way to the back. But yeah, just all sorts of stuff in there. Variety. These are some other ones for my 3DO. I couldn't fit down there, which I'll have to, put up some gameplay on some of these. I mean, if there's any of these that you guys want to see, just let me know. Oh, what is my Polestar doing there? I better take that off. Stay. Bad Polestar. Need to relocate that one and put that one where it's supposed to go. Got a few of my PS3 stuff here. And, yeah, my Jaguar stuff. Taito F3, arcade PCB. These boxes are just filled with all sorts of stuff, like arcade boards and all sorts of things like that. Here's some of my boxed stuff around here. Here's another drawer that's got my Famicom stuff in it. I don't know how well you guys can see. Also my Virtual Boy, games like that. So... And this one here is my Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, my, Game Gear, like those kind of games. You can kind of see, get a little idea. Whee. Put that back in there. Up here are some peripherals. That I bought a long time ago. These are my component cables. Well, that's the box for my component cables that I bought for my GameCube. I'm kind of upset that I only bought one pair back in the day, but 10 years later they're pretty sought after. So this is my my box for my Wonder Swans. Whee! Wonder Swan setup. And all sorts of good stuff in there. These are my arcade boards, and yeah, well, it's not my arcade boards, my regular handhelds. So probably be able to see in here. And yeah, since my battery's gonna die, we'll make this a part 1, but just figured I'd show you that to you guys for right now. I'll go and charge up my battery, and we'll come back for part 2. So that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.